Greetings, and welcome back for episode 12 of Forever Stranded. Since the last episode, I haven't done much except for some more material processing in terms of hammering, sifting, and smelting. I've also continued to gather crops and actually replaced a number of things with more carrots because winter is coming on soon. And as I said in the first couple episodes, different seasons can kill vanilla crops. So it's important to, so I'm trying to collect as many carrots and other vanilla crops as I can before that happens. Where's the axe for this? It must have gotten used up. So we'll make another one quickly. So, on today's agenda, there are two things. First, I've been continuing to get clay for the for the coke oven, rather, and have already cooked up 12 of the blocks of clay into bricks. So now I should be able to just go ahead and make the 24 remaining coke bricks I need. And we can wander over here. And I've decided to place it next to the, that's not where I wanted that to go. Next to the smeltery and set into the wall. Just have to be a little bit careful doing this, that we don't let any bad guys in. And as I said previously, it's just a 3x3 multi-block made out of these bricks. Then I need to go get my engineering hammer from Immersive Engineering. That's the name of it. And give it a whack. And now we have a coke oven. Now, the coke oven can do a few different recipes. I wonder if this will tell us anywhere. Nope, doesn't seem to. It will take, here we go. It will take coal, there we go, and turn it into coal coke and 500 millibuckets of creosote oil, a block of coal into a block of coal coke, and 5,000 millibuckets, which gives you an extra coal's worth of creosote oil by using a block instead of a regular one. This does take significantly longer. I'm not sure exactly how the times compare, since it's not giving me the numbers here. Also, you can turn wood into charcoal and a quarter bucket of creosote oil. So this saves you the 1/8 of a charcoal to cook it and gives you some creosote oil. If I were in need of charcoal at the moment, that's what I would be doing, but I recently cooked up a couple stacks of charcoal because I needed it in the meantime. I will just finish that one off. So instead, I'm going to grab one of these blocks of coal. As you can see, I also converted some of the things like coal and lapis and flint into compressed versions of it, just to save on a bit of space. Bring this out here, pop it in, and it will take several minutes to burn down. In the meantime, well, in addition to making more witch water, I decided that this animal farm was going to be a little bit on the slow side. As you can see, I've gotten up to 6 pigs. Might as well breed them again. But it's going to take a long time to breed up the pigs, kill them for the pork chops, cook the pork chops, dry out the pork chops to get leather in order to get some of the other things for like cows. 8 leather and 20 eggs. But the leather's the hard part at this point, especially since sheep, 10 leather. Fish, that'll have to wait till after the cows. Actually, rabbits we could go ahead and get right now as well, but horse is also 10 leather. So we need a whole bunch of leather for some of these. And so, Pam's Harvest Craft has something called a ground trap. It's fairly simple to make, and you stick it in the ground, surrounded by at least 5 grass blocks, and provide it with bait. There are 4 kinds of bait, but we don't care about fish trap bait, so 3 ones we care about: fruit, grain, and veggie. These are made just by 3 of fruits, grains, or vegetables. You can't use rice for the grain, though, and a string to get you 4 fruit bait. And then the bait, after you place the bait in the trap, and after a little while, you'll get animal drops out of it, depending on what bait you use. Some things, such as bones, leather, and eggs, will appear whichever bait you use. However, certain things will only appear for certain baits. So, like raw beef and raw turkey only comes from the grain bait. Raw rabbit from the fruit bait. Pork chops, mutton, venison comes from the veggie bait. And most other stuff comes from all of them, including raw chicken. So, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a couple ground traps. So we need sticks, string, chests, and trap door. Let's see. Let's just grab a bunch of the materials. Now, trap door. I don't remember the recipe for this. Okay. So, just that. And that should be enough to make 4. Yes. Okay. Then, we need leather. Leather drops from any of the baits. So, let's look at the other things we need. Now, this was fish. Wolf requires beef. I believe that's the only one of these things that requires a meat. So, might as well go with the grain baits. Which is 3 grain, 1 string, and we have some grain bait. Now, I've never actually used these before, so I don't know how long it will take for anything to happen with them. So we're going to just set them up down here. Put, let's say, 1 bait in each for now. And give it some time. And while we're giving it some time, we need to go inside and cool off a bit. So while those are working, let's take a quick look at some of these quests. As we said, those require the coke oven. Yeah, so we can go ahead and make the 5 golden carrots. Get that. We have the materials to do that. We don't quite have the 64 seeds required to make another chicken egg. While we can do a spawn pig, I don't see the need. It takes 2 carrots and a little bit of time to get another pig. So, we're not going to bother with that quest anymore. instead, we're going to pull out, I believe it was 5 carrots? Rabbit. 5 golden carrots, yes. The gold I have out here. And I don't really make golden carrots that often. Okay, it's 8 nuggets. I was hoping it was only 4, but what can you do? There's our 5 golden carrots. Quest complete. We now have a rabbit. Could make villagers, and which could also get us lifeblood crystals, extra lives, and loot chests. Actually, how many emeralds do we have? We have 5 blocks worth. Each villager takes 4 blocks. I don't think that's really worth it quite yet. Though having a villager would enable me to get a few more emeralds through trade. Just putting some of this stuff away. And there goes the rabbit. Oops. Now, feeding these pigs the carrots does have the side effect of them having to defecate, and you get dung, which acts as a brown dye. Does it really do anything useful? Oh, you can use it to make tanned leather out of scoured leather for better with mods, and that's again as a brown dye. Don't really know much about this breeding with, or better with mods recipe, or mod. So we'll just leave it be for now. And hopefully that rabbit won't get too out of control. So, while we wait for the coke oven to finish, there's also the technological revolution quest, which we might be able to do some of. Takes a basic capacitor, redstone server, light engineering block. Okay. Basic capacitor. That we can easily do. Redstone servo. It's just 1 iron, 4 redstone. That's actually even easier. And the light engineering block is it's a couple copper, a few iron, more copper and iron. So also quite doable at this stage of the game. Oh, we actually do have enough seeds to make another chicken. So I'm gonna go back and do that quickly. Grab a couple more seeds to feed the chickens with, so that way we can start up a chicken farm as well. Seeds. Now the other chicken's too far away. Come to me. These finished. So we got a raw turkey, raw beef, a feather, and a bone. Okay, we need the beef. The turkey we can use for food, or something else at some point. So, seeing that, it's probably worth going ahead and making a whole bunch of the baits. So, I'm not going to use quite all my wheat, but I'm going to use a fair amount of it. And let's see, there's that, 2 stacks should do. And that will get us almost 3 stacks of bait. Which should last for a while. Get back, pig. Ooh, nay. And then we'll also put in the extra 10, so we'll have 42 bait in each. And we'll see how long that takes. That is still cooking up. So we need iron, copper, redstone. I think we need tin, but I'm not certain. The redstone is here. So, light engineering block requires 2 mechanical components. Requires me to actually convert the copper into ingots. So, 1, 2. One of those. There's that one done. The servo. And the... Forgot to grab gold. Do I have gold? Nope. The normal recipe calls for gold nuggets, which I did have inside, but it's modified for this pack to require gold ingots. So it was the basic capacitor. And quest complete. Basics down. Technological revolution. Choice reward. A super incineration frame. A super XP frame. A quad super crafting frame. Or a loot chest. I have no idea what these are. They're all from super crafting frame. So, let's see here. Incineration frame, that is really easy to make. Not worth it. We had a super XP frame. That is also really easy to make and not worth it. Quad super crafting frame. Takes 4 super crafting frames. Also, really easy to make. So I'm just going to go with the loot chest. And we get a presser. Not bad. Not necessary yet, especially since we don't have any soy going. Did I just see a string? Yes, I did see a string on top of there. The coke oven has finished. Excellent. Let me just put away some of this stuff. Feather, turkey, egg. Let's put the stuff we just made in here. The extra coke brick. Presser can go there too. Right, we do have a bucket. Excellent. So, we now have a block of coal coke. Burn time, 32,000. So, that'll last a while and whatever you need it for. Probably the auto hammer and power generation. Now, with this, I am actually going to take this crafting station and move it over here. Because there's a neat trick about crafting stations. When they're placed next to an inventory, you can access that inventory at the same time. So, let's just get it all. We can do that. Get the treated wood. Put the bucket in there. Get more creosote. Get more treated wood. Now, don't recall exactly how much we need. So let's check the quests. For the engineer's toolbox, we need 8. Okay, so we've got that. Then for the water mill, we need 4 segments, which is a total of 5 planks each. So 4 times 5, that's 20. So we're up to needing 28 treated wood planks. And we actually have 4 inside, so we actually have that right now. However, there's also the wind power quest, which will probably require 4 windmill blades, which is another 5 treated wood planks each for another 20 total. So in total we need 48. Which you're not actually going to be able to get this time, because we're now out of creosote oil. Okay. Can't pull the bucket back out from there. That means that we need to start cooking up. Actually, let's check on our coal and charcoal situation. Oops. Well, we're about to get a graphite by accident. It seems we've got plenty of charcoal, especially since we can convert the charcoal into tiny charcoal normally. And we're just going to get 1 graphite and waste a bunch of that. Oh well. So we don't really need more charcoal. So we're just going to cook up another block of coal coke. And give that several more minutes to finish. In the meantime, we can check on this. See that we've gotten 2 more things each. And some more dung. Yep, only 1 there. Which means it's probably about to finish its second. Unless it's a random tick thing. As I said, I don't really know how they work. I'm going to have to look that up between episodes. Let me just check something quickly. Okay. So, back to getting these quests. You first want the engineer's toolbox, which was a crate, 3 aluminum plates, and 2 rose red. I have a poppy. Let's see. There's no recipe for making more of these. And I don't have any of these sorted machines that would let me create extra rose red. Oh, beetroot turns into rose red. I did not know that. That is very handy. So let's just grab a second and save the poppy. That makes things a little bit easier. Go in there, Saturn. Right, I need 3 aluminum. There's so many different colors for aluminum because each mod seems to like different colors. I don't understand it, don't pretend to. I just wish there was an easy way to unify all of them together so that way I didn't have 4 different types of some of these metals. I need the 3 aluminum plates. Come on. The wooden storage crate. And that gets us an engineer's toolbox. Next up was the watermill. I need 4 segments. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's that quest done as well. This gets us 4 our coils, a copper coil block, which I believe is part of what you use to actually to make the windmill to produce power, and a quarter heart. And for this one, we get 4 steel ingots. And yes, I was right about the windmill blades, but we can't finish those quite yet. So let's look at storage. I need to create a wooden storage crate and then a reinforced storage crate. This is another reason why I can't do the windmill just yet, because I'm now using even more of the treated wood planks. Okay, there's the wood storage crate. Just check to make sure that it completed properly. To get the reinforced takes 2 iron rods, 2 iron plates. The rods are 3 iron for 4 rods. So, I believe we've got some here. 3 iron for 4 rods plus 2 plates. Not steel. And we can now make the reinforced crate. Quest complete. Storage. So we get 2 wooden storage crates and a quarter heart. And that completes that end of that chain. Very basic RF. Wooden generator. Now, as I recall, that is actually very easy to make. It's another progressive automation machine. 6 wood, a furnace, RF engine, and a block of redstone. So it's a little bit expensive when it comes to the redstone. We need 18 for it. You also need a couple gold, which are, again, over there. Go on here, I'm just gonna grab this furnace. We don't need 3 over there anymore, especially since we've got the smeltery running. On here, how's this going? Yeah, about a third of the way done. Yeah, I miscounted last time, so I've got an extra pair of iron ingots worth of molten iron in there. I'll just have to fix that next time I smelt stuff. Also, while I'm thinking about it, in order to make more steel, which it's apparent that we're soon going to need because they're giving us some, I'm going to need the blast furnace, which requires a whole bunch more clay. So we'll just get that going. Let's see. The engineer's toolbox. We can put a whole bunch of the stuff from immersive engineering in here. Including our spare hammer, the manual. Let's see. We've got more wiring bits and pieces around somewhere as well. Wait. Oh. Huh. Apparently that presser was nowhere near as good as I thought because I already had one. So now I have 2 pressers. Which, I suppose, when you want to take soy and turn it into soft tofu and turn that into firm tofu is useful. But barely. I believe I should also have bar cutters, yes. Just organize them a little bit. 2 quarter hearts. Now we're not going to bother turning them into a half heart just yet. Yes, and then. Okay, so that's most of the immersive engineering stuff in one box. Wait, did I put the... Yes, I put the other storage crates in there. That was silly of me. I might as well just plop them down even if I'm not going to really use them yet. Let's see. That's still cooking. Yes, we were doing the wooden generator. It is getting rather warm as well. Cool off a couple degrees and then let the cooling over time work. So, wooden generator. Blocks of redstone. Furnace we've got, the RF engine. I thought I grabbed iron. Apparently not. And I don't have the wood either. Oh dear. Looks like all my plants died. Let's save that seed. Okay, for future reference, It's when the season hits -4 that everything dies. I wish I had caught that ahead of time to save all the seeds, but we'll just have to replant everything come spring. In the meantime, let's see, we don't need the rice seeds in that bin. They go over here. So let's see, what non-vanilla stuff do we have? We have those rice seeds. Hemp seeds create hemp, which makes string and wool. I don't really need that. Flax seeds are similar. Coffee you can use to make potion effects. It could be useful. Canola. This... yes, canola is used for power in Actually Editions, so we don't really need that yet. So, I guess I'm just going to make a whole bunch of rice. Better idea. I'm going to create a market from Pam's Harvest Craft and get some other Pam's Harvest Craft seeds. But that will have to wait for the next episode because this is a fair wrapping up point. For the next episode, as I said, I'm going to make the market from Pam's Harvest Craft. That is going to finish up cooking up the creosote oil so we can finish the windmill quest. Looks like a dust storm is coming. So we're also going to have to check the perimeter to make sure that nothing can get in due to the accumulation of sand. And other than that, continue farming. Hopefully get some more animals. Finish up the very basic RF and move on to stone RF. And that should be pretty good for the next episode. So, until next time, enjoy.